Appreciate it.
He was talking about some of these last-minute issues. Medicaid. There were a few of the senators that have been brought on board. For Missouri, Senator Josh Hawley was a little bit of a holdout, but he's come on board. He's happy about the thing we've been talking about a lot tonight, rural hospital funding. So I'm interested to see kind of what the tweaks are. Your thoughts on what the senators
Yeah,
said.
I mean, I think I keep asking about Medicaid because it is such a key issue, and I think it's an issue that the Democrats have done a really good job of messaging on already. It's never good to hear that people want to cut health care for vulnerable Americans, but I'm glad that he brought up those stats. 35 million Americans living under the poverty line, yet 70+ million that get Medicaid. The math doesn't add up there, so it might be politically unpopular to do things like cut health care. But if the reality is we are spending in a way that is unjustifiable, that there are people that are able to work that aren't doing it, Republicans should push through. And I think we're going to see that at the end of the day with this bill.
Look, these are decisions that need to be made for the betterment, not for the political or, to my point, for the show that they like to put on, because the question is how. You've got so many people on Medicaid who don't need to be there. They're capable, they're able-bodied. There's waste and fraud. How do you make a program outlast its already troubled financial structure? You get rid of the things that drag it down. So the Democrats can scream and cry and wail and beat their chests and clutch their pearls about, 90 million people will lose. But if there are 90 million people or a bunch of millions of that don't need to be on the program, get them off of it. Here's the thing. They're trying to sell you an outcome. That's not equal. That's just wrong. Fact is, there are some people who need to get their butts in gear in America. Life is tough. This is the pill that some people have to swallow. And you don't get to bleed off a program forever at somebody else's expense. If you believe in liberty, that's liberty.
There were a great point there about how successful the Democrats have been in their messaging. The polling on this, even one of the most recent Fox News polls, showed that 59% were opposing the One Big Beautiful Bill at that point in time. So they have had some success, particularly on the Medicaid issue, and that's one of the reasons Susan Collins is looking for changes and amendments because of how it's polling in Maine.
When Republicans in Congress have trouble messaging on something, who should they get involved? Oh, that guy in the White House, Donald J. Trump, who can always sell his message to the American people. He's done it time and time again. Once this thing goes through, Donald Trump needs to do a press conference where he announces exactly what and what is not changing with regard to Medicaid. And I think it will allay a lot of fears ultimately when that happens.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.